You still awake? Or are
Yeah,
you more awake, I should ask?
I'm more awake
That's good.
last time. It was a exciting third game, kind of, I guess.
Yeah, it was nice to see it go the full 3 game series, and I don't know. Game 2 was a bit anticlimactic, but game 1 and 3 were good.
Yeah. This game, I have no idea what Fluffy.Bears picks, so
They picked Pudge apparently one game. Well, you saw the end of that one.
yeah. There might be a
Um,
Dendy Tinker as well this game.
let's see. I honestly these guys are like I think they're playing to win, but they're also playing to just have some fun. Like there's no expectations on them. They're a mixed team. Dendi and Havos like to have a bit of fun, and well, it is Havos drafting, so
Yeah. They picked the tree though, so they mean business somewhat, at least on their supports.
yeah.
The tree is actually a really good hero versus a centaur, I think, because like you root them when they're using Stampede, so
Yeah.
it's a pretty good hero I think versus
Okay.
centaur. Unless you're DK and then they don't give a shit about tree. They'll ban the tree actually. But so DK, I wonder if Fnatic's gonna pick the tiny again.
We'll see. The Wisp, yeah, Wisp getting banned out, so Havos knows that Fnatic level. It's amazing to see that Wisp has become such a top pick. I was watching, while waiting for this game to start, I was watching the Alliance Cloud9 draft, and Wisp was also getting like first and second pick there, so Wisp is kind of like back in the metagame in a big way, it seems.
Yeah, I think just the tether and then the amount of regen he gives you, like it's just the move speed and the regen is really big, even though you don't stun anymore. I
Yeah.
think just like the move speed you give and then the regen you give the other person, it's an annoying hero to play versus, I think.
Well, we'll
At
see
the
for now. A Marana pick for the Bears.
yeah, the Morana pick, it's pretty big. I mean, it can go in any lane. You can even go aggro try with Morana tree. I think tree and aggro try is like the most obnoxious thing to play versus. So regardless, like their heroes can go anywhere. And Fnatic, I don't know if they're gonna pick Enchantress again, especially if the other team has Marana. I'm not sure.
It's
They,
even like Treant seems like a pretty annoying hero for Enchantress to go up against. So
yeah, they could still take the Lich again.
yeah. Do you think they'd pick it up this early though, or?
I don't know if Fluffy.Bears actually saw their picks or not. I mean, I think they value Lich though, because they love running dual lanes. Fnatic love learning dual lanes, so it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what other heroes they play right now. There's the Tiny still, the Shadow Demon.
Dazzle.
That's
I like Dazzle Centaur. Centaur often gets himself in like sticky positions with his blink initiations and the double edge. So
yeah.
nice little pick here.
Dazzle was a good pick, and I mean the problem with the Dazzle is that you can aggro trial that Dazzle pretty easily, and he's kind of weak in 3 versus 3 most of the time. Like he's really good at zoning offlaners out, but he has low range and he has low armor, so you can burst him pretty easily, I think.
Yeah. Well, Avost has done his homework, or well, he doesn't have to do it. He's seen it in front of his eyes. Tiny banned out, so Fnatic ran. Was it 2 or was it all 3 games of Tiny?
I think I've run all 3 games.
No, Era
Oh,
played
no, no.
Weaver 1 game.
Yeah,
didn't
okay, yeah. So it's 2 games of Tiny, 1 game of Weaver.
he? Yeah, that sounds about right. So we'll see Weaver banned out by Fnatic themselves. So one of Havost's commonly played heroes, and nothing too much revealed about the Fluffy.Bears draft. Like I feel like both teams is picking up a fairly neutral hero like the Marana, the Centaur, and +1 support. But when it comes to Fnatic, they're a bit more predictable in some ways with the draft, as far as you know what kind of heroes different players like to play.
Yeah. Fnatic, they don't really they aren't going for the conventional mids anymore, it seems like. I haven't seen Hani. Hani's been playing a lot of like different lanings. Like he hasn't I've seen him play mid like occasionally, but he like plays off lane a lot of the times, and he even plays safe lane occasionally as well. So they've been switching it up. Like they're all 3 core players can play each lane, I think. So they're kind of versatile in that regard.
I'm running lots of dual lanes and other different little setups here. But
Yeah,
speaking of
so
setups, Shadow Demon going to be the support to combine with the Marana. So you got the Disruption Arrow, pretty standard stuff. We've seen this time and time again.
I'm surprised Fnatic didn't ban the SD.
Yeah.
I think SD might have been a better. Okay, like the reason is Fluffy.Bears already has a Marana. I don't think they take Weaver and Marana. It's like both the heroes kind of feel the same, you know.
Neither has any lockdown, any
Yeah,
good team fight.
yeah.
Neither. I mean, Miranda kind of ganks, but not like on her own. She needs a setup.
So I think SD might have been better because now this SD Mirana tree, I don't know how you beat that tri lane at all. I think Fnatic has to dodge,
No.
or else they're just screwed. I think they should send Centaur versus that tri lane if they can. Centaur's one of the better heroes versus Mirana in lane because Mirana can't really harass him out.
Yeah, just sack the centaur a little bit, and centaur can always just, as long as he gets some levels, he can be really useful just with a level 6 stampede, and all you need is a blink dagger. Even if that's like a 15+ minute blink dagger, you can still be very useful later on once you get that blink.
Definitely. So I think Fnatic's best bet is just send some Centaur that can rush a boots versus the tri lane, and they can dodge with the dazzle. They can even dual lane mid.
Yeah, we've seen. That's the other thing. I mean, you mentioned Fnatic being very flexible, sending players different lanes, different, not so much different roles, but just different lanes all over the place. They've been running these slightly less conventional dual lanes. Lich has also been a big part of that. So if they want to go Lich, it's still an option, but they're going to go Rubik as their other support. So Rubik, Dazzle. Yeah, I
I don't
still think
know.
they dodge the tri lane.
It's kind of weak those two supports together.
Yeah, they don't have much killing potential. Like a lift into a poison touch, like neither, not much
They
damage
have no
there.
damage at all. Yeah.
Invoker's still in the pool. Jeez. Then he gets
Yeah.
a fourth
What?
pick Invoker. That's a value. Like, I feel like this second ban stage from Fnatic, I mean, you mentioned the Shadow Demon. Even Invoker should have been getting banned out in that second ban stage.
Look, their heroes are actually so strong. They have the SD disrupt to set up the Sunstrike. They have
Disgustingly strong.
Yeah. This is really a good draft. This is like Empire except for the tree, even
Yeah.
kind of a DK kind of like. They're so versatile in their laning phase. But it's honestly this is like the strongest tri lane in the game. I don't think you can beat it this tri lane. SD, Mirana, and Tree.
Is there any way you can improve this tri lane?
No, maybe a Bane instead of the SD. Honestly, with the with the Invoker there as well, I don't think you can beat this tri lane.
Yeah. No. Fnatic will go for the Dragon Knight pick, so talk about Dragon Knight's pretty good against the Treant armor when it comes to pushing towers and just having the corrosive attack to tick through the living armor charges, but this is still a case of anyone who gets caught by a disruption is likely to go down.
Yeah, I definitely like the Dragon Knight pick though. I think it's a good core hero versus with the Centaur. You have a Dragon Knight that's stampeded, you can get the stun off pretty easily. It's like a Surge Dragon Knight really.
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see what Fnatic's last pick is. They still need their main carry of sorts here, so we'll see what Ares can. I don't think any of these will be Ares heroes. I guess maybe he could play the Dragon Knight, but we'll see what it's going to be. A Doombringer banned out. I think that's a wise ban against
That's a
Fnatic.
good ban.
They like their Doom.
Doom would have been a good hero versus the Invoker and the Mirana.
Well, meanwhile, Fnatic banning out the Timbersaw. So we'll see what the last two picks are for these teams. And like, if you talk about the offensive trialing, you need a 1v1 here against Centaur. Timbersaw can kind of wreck the Centaur in that 1v1. So
Yep. Timbersaw was that was a possibility for Fluffy.Bears to pick the Timbersaw. Because
Well, good.
Timbersaw would own the Dragonite as well. Like it owns those two strength heroes in the mid game.
yeah. If you do want to keep making this tri-lane even stronger, pick up a Nature's Prophet. Pick up another hero that can combine with the tri-lane. Wrath of Nature, or even just TPs in early on. That could
Furon
be
is a good pick actually, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good 1v1 against Centaur, just with the Treants there. They're going to go
that's
Darkseer instead, so we'll see how the lanes work out with this.
Is that with the Darkseer? I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna go aggressive. They could go safe lane, or they could just send the Darkseer on the safe lane. The thing about Darkseer is when the safe lane Darkseer, he's not that strong in the 1v1 like as other heroes because you're pushing the lane, and with the off lane Darkseer you can always like go farm the neutrals while you're pushing. But with the safe lane Darkseer, it's harder to farm the neutrals. But if he's versus a tri lane, I think Darkseer is one of the strongest heroes because, especially on the safe lane, because they can't really dive you at all. So I think what Fluffy.Bears they're expecting is that Fnatic to dodge their aggressive tri lane and then just to send the tri lane top. But they're gonna have a Darkseer just sitting there iron shelling the waves. So
Yeah.
I like the Darkseer pick if you.
Oh, Slack could be the last pick tonight. And the other thing is, if Fnatic dodge the offensive tri-lane, the Shadow Demon plus Treant can just go gank mid. They can just be aggressive elsewhere. They can you can just get like an early kill or just zone the center out of the bottom lane and then just roam towards mid lane and try and get the kill on the Dragon Knight with the Invoker.
Yeah, SD can honestly like solo kill if he gets the soul catcher up as well. With the invoker, like once invoker hits like level 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So the tree can also tree with like the boots and then the early orb of venom is so annoying to play. I know PPD goes that build where he just rushes the boots and he gets an orb of venom as well. If you get like a good rune or something, you can gank any lane.
Haste rune OP on Treant, man. I've seen
Yeah.
so many Treants get first blood with haste runes.
You can literally dive like the tier
Disgusting.
2 tower and you just get a
Yeah.
kill.
Well, he's gone boots first. Come with me. Boots first, Treant Protector. It's happening. And that's really the scary thing about this Bears lineup is that both their supports can make plays happen on their own. Like, they're not very reliant on roaming as a support duo. Like, Treant can go gank on his own. Shadow Demon can go gank on his own with Sunstrikes coming in. Like, there is so much potential for these heroes just to independently have high impacts.
On the other hand, Fnatic's like the Dazzle can't really solo gank that effectively, and I think Rubik can really only solo gank the Centaur's lane because Rubik lacks so much damage early on without his
Dazzle's
ulti.
gone boots first. What do you... This is a weird build from Notail.
I think this might be roaming a little. He might be roaming around, maybe. I have no idea, honestly. It's a Fnatic. Are they actually gonna fight the tri lane bottom?
If you want to fight it, I don't think you go Dazzle with boots, Observer
Yeah.
Ward's no regen.
I don't think they can fight this. I think this tree can honestly just 2v1 the supports or 1v2 the supports.
Yeah.
So,
We'll find out soon enough. We'll introduce our two teams, our rosters during the pause on the Radiant side. Fnatic, who lost their first best of 3 to Alliance in 2-1 fashion. It's going to be Trixie on the Centaur. We've got Fly playing the Rubik, Honey on the Dragon Knight, Hera on the Slark, and then No-Tail playing the support Dazzle. Then over on the Dire side, it's the team who was meant to be Na'Vi, but Na'Vi, unfortunately, 3 of their members unable to make it to Bucharest. It's going to be Havost, the Na'Vi carry player on the Morana. We've got Dendi playing the Invoker, Come With Me playing the Treant Protector, Arise on the Darkseer, and then finally it's going to be Zizu playing the Shadow Demon. These Romanians are TCN. They've been playing like a few tournaments recently and doing okay as far as I know.
I'm not that sure. Honestly, I've seen these 3 players on so many different teams in the past year. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a new team every week. I think Come With Me's on like, he was on KaiP, and then he was on SSD, and then he was on a different team, and then he was on SSD again. I have no idea.
The Dinosaurs, man. I miss that team.
Yeah.
This-
Snake King, the Come With Me.
That was the biggest, like, that was like your team of like
Misfits.
misfits and rejects and ragers. Yeah. Like the amount of attitude in that team was just
Yeah.
was
Staking
crazy.
honestly told me he didn't expect it to last. He was just playing for fun.
They lasted They lasted way longer than I would have expected. You tell me
They
about that
picked up
roster.
Ikecat as well.
I would have said
so-
2 to 3 weeks. They lasted 2 to 3 months. It was. They played an entire season of Starladder and actually like ended Starladder like with a positive win record. They actually did really well in Starladder.
Yeah, that team had a bunch of players though. It had the PPD at one point. It had Tralfamador at one point.
Yeah.
It had Pycat and Misery. It was definitely a potpourri of players.
We'll see the lanes pan out here. Treant Protector rushes bottom with his boots, gets down an observer board in the trees, and
Are they doing dual lanes on this?
well, it is Darkseer at bottom. We'll see what Treant's camping out bottom lane, and if they think it's an offlane Darkseer and like just go try casually harass him, then it could end poorly for him.
Yeah, these are dual lanes. I don't know if Fnatic expects this.
So No-Tail sold his boots. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he had the boots first.
This tree hiding here is actually going to be pretty potent. Like honestly, Tree Darkseer can beat this tri lane. I feel.
They could just, if Dazzle comes around from behind to harass Darkseer, and then Treant comes out with boots first, that could just be straight up first blood right there.
Yeah. Every hit would be like every hit with the Ion Shells. Like the Surge
The
dud.
battle
Tree is also
begins.
pretty big with the Ion Shell on him.
Iron Shield Treant with boots. Oh my gosh, this is not going to be a fun lane for Dazzle and Rubik. You have got like Rubik can just throw someone up with a telekinesis and then back up, but Rubik's top lane. This Dazzle may not see this coming.
Yep, and Noto is actually really afraid because he thinks the other team's going aggressive tri lane.
Yeah.
So he didn't put the ward yet.
We'll see what once he sees the 3 heroes top, he may start playing a lot more aggressive, and that's where he could get punished here at bottom lane. You'll see the Darkseer and the Iron Shell and maybe go start harassing here. This is where he needs to be very careful. Where's this Treant? Is he going to come out? Looks like No-Tail's just getting zoned out by the Darkseer alone.
Darkseer is actually really Good versus
Yeah.
dueling.
There's a pounce here. They're baiting this. Treant's going to wait in there, and the pounce is being used. Era's got no escape. Neither does No Tail. No Tail could be in trouble. Come with me, trying to tango in through. They're blocking.
What?
What? That was almost as clowny as the arrow earlier from Loda with the disruption.
He just walked into the trees and he stopped his hero for some reason.
I don't know, man. I mean, Dazzle does have good base movement speed there, but that's a boots Treant.
Yeah.
That
That was pretty funny.
That was awkward. They baited it so well. They could have just got an error. Yeah, Era's pounce is on cooldown. This is your first blood now at bottom. Iron Tail gets it. I'm surprised they didn't go an error for the first blood earlier, because once he used pounce, it's on cooldown, and pounce level 1 has a ridiculously long cooldown.
I don't know why Era's using a pounce like that in this lane, especially versus when he knows trees in the fog. It was
a bad start for Fnatic here in game 1.
If this duel lane snowballs out of control, which they are going to, I feel.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard game for. And Darkseer got the first blood. Darkseer got the first blood.
That's probably the result you want. Picks up bottle TP scroll. He's actually got double TP scrolls. Is he thinking about switching lanes here, or? I'm wondering what.
I don't know why he has 2 TPs like that.
Yeah, I mean, getting a TP is one thing, but I mean, for one thing, you can just get the TP from the side shop. Like, the lane's pushed out and you're fine.
Maybe that's why he paused it. Maybe it was like a misclick, because there's this bug
hotkey
that...
thing.
Yeah, there's this bug where you like buy an item and it double clicks the item.
Yeah.
So...
It may have just been a miss item hotkey, like he pushed the hotkey what he thought was going to buy a bottle, but it accidentally bought a TP scroll, is also maybe possible.
Yeah. That's kind of annoying, because he could have had his bottle and his boots like soon, but now he has 2 TP scrolls.
I'm guessing he didn't mean to buy any TPs, and I think it'd be like even getting 1 TP was a misclick, because you can just buy that TP from the side shop. But
yeah.
It's not a huge loss. I mean, like you say, he could have his boots already, but he's still doing really well in this bottom lane. He's got first blood, and he'll be pretty happy with that.
He can just man up on once. Yeah, he's level 3 as well.
He's just going to man up on these heroes. Come with me, he's nearby as well, has a leech seed ready, and...
No
Tail's gone heal level 1. He may just... Okay, he's got hit level 3 now. He can pick up the grave. Actually, he could have already picked up the grave, but hasn't done so just yet.
Looking at the other lane, Trixie is actually farming very well in this lane.
Against
I think
Havok,
Rubik was helping him early on.
Rubik started top to begin with when I first looked. I didn't see if he ever swung mid, but he started off top lane.
Yeah. So Trixie's having a fun time here. Mid lane, it's kind of even. So.
Oh yeah, Trixie on top. I thought Trixie was mid for some reason. Yeah, Trixie's doing well. Dendy's not farming much at all. Even with the support, like Shadow Demon's been pulling and trying to help him out, but Dendy's just not having the greatest time in the world.
Yeah. But Centaur, once he gets this Tranquil boots up, he can lane pretty well with the stun shield also.
They brought Treant top now as well. He just TP'd to the tier 2, so we'll see what his plan is here. It looks like they maybe want to go for a kill on Trixie, and with a Disruption Soul Catcher into a Leech Seed, this should be quite viable, and there's no Radiant Observer Ward. So
they smoke for this as well.
Okay. They think it's warded in the trees. Like, they think it's warded right where they are now. This is just to be safe, it looks like. And there's your Disruption, Soul Catcher. Into a Sunstrike. Trixie's got no way out. There is a Leech Seed as well. Come with me. Smartly doesn't get hit by the Hoof Stomp, and there we go. They get the kill. You have to be careful, man. That double edge, you can actually deny yourself with the Soul Catcher.
Really?
I always worry. Whenever I see teams attempt to kill Centaurs using Soul Catcher, I always worry, because you can deny yourself. The bonus damage goes through the deny range.
Well, that's pretty crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so next time you're playing offlane Centaur against Shadow Demon, you can remember you can deny yourself if you have Soul Catcher on.
It'd have to be still pretty, like, if you have like 100 HP, you can do it then, I think.
Yeah, anytime you theoretically, like, just get down to 1 HP, you'll deny yourself. Instead of surviving on 1 HP, it's always a deny if you have Soul Catcher.
I didn't know that. I haven't seen that, actually, so... I mean, the ST is still pretty good versus Centaur also.
Yeah, I mean, a dead Centaur's a dead Centaur. Even if you don't get the kill, he's still a dead Centaur.
No. So the Slark is not... Slark, that one death kind of hurt him. And he's actually going Midas, I think, Era?
Yeah.
Or Treads.
We'll find out soon enough what it's going to be, but... Daxie's doing pretty well this bottom lane. He's getting zoned out a bit now with the Rubik's rotation in. But... Havost at mid, he's farming away. He's going to have phase boots to go with his bottle and wraith band, and it looks like it's just coming out now in the courier. No, he hasn't got it just yet.
I wonder what like the plan right now for the Bears. Kind of have early lead, but I still think they need to like.
Oh,
they're
they're actually kill mid. Now we have a plan, and it's kill Hani. The Iron Shell damage, don't want to reveal it on the creep wave, not going to happen. Disruption should be an arrow to follow. Sunstrike as well coming in. Hani, goodbye, my friend. Oh no, the Grave! They keep him alive that little bit longer. Are they going to chase and commit to this one? There is a leap forward. This is bad. Havost in trouble now. He will be brought down. They don't even get the kill on the DK. Clutch TP from No Tail. The hero for today, and Arise taking heavy damage, as is Zizu. Both the two TCN players on the run now. 6-minute rune. Gonna spawn bottom. Arise gonna be happy about that one, but what a clutch Grave.
It looked like Hani was dead, honestly. Thought like No Tail couldn't get it off, but he shift clicked the Grave, so.
Yeah. I thought you'd just get completely, instantly blown up by that. Like that combo with Soul Catcher, Sunstrike, Arrow, and Starstorm. In theory, should have killed him, but nope.
And Havost died there as well. When the mid hero dies like that, it's a lot of experience given to the enemy team.
It's unfortunate, but now they're going to look for a kill top lane. Trixie with the cold snap plus Leechy, the Sunstrike as well. Trixie going to cop the damage and come with me, picks up a kill. So
Dendy's been on point with the Sunstrike, so he's like usual.
He's caught up on farm. He started off like a good 6 or 7 CS behind the Centaur, but now he's pretty much top CS. Well, at least up there with the Mirana and Slark.
He's going to have the Midas as well. Very close to it.
I mean, speaking of catching up, Slark had a bad start, but he's actually top CS
Look at
now.
Fly. Fly's gonna go down. Great gank there from Havost.
Yeah, that's something you wouldn't normally expect Mirana to actually come off this lane. Ooh. I think that Sunstrike was looking for Air at bottom.
Hani's gonna pressure mid.
Air is really low on HP. He wants hit level 6, so he doesn't have to go back home so he can get that HP regen, but it will be a struggle to do so. Does get... I think he's going to be okay here to get level 6. We need just 1 or 2 more creeps.
This is gonna be a hard game for Era, kind of. The Darkseer is decent versus Slark in the mid game. With you can surge people away even if they get pounced. And the Shadow Demon is decent support versus Slark because you just disrupt whoever the Slark goes on. I think team fight wise that Bears have as an advantage with the Darkseer and the tree. They get a good overgrowth into a vacuum, or vacuum into overgrowth.
Combine any of that with the Invoker damage as well.
Yeah, EG loves running this combo because you can blink. If you buy blinks on both the tree and the Darkseer, you can just blink in and you can get a really good vacuum, and then you can get overgrowth. It's basically like they're just stuck there.
Alright, well, smoke towards the top lane. Fnatic are looking for action. They want Dendy, it seems. Dendy, stampede forward. Dendy in trouble, gets lifted up. There's a hoof stomp to follow. Double edge, a lot of damage. Dendy going to get invised up by the Moonlight Shadow as well as the Ghost Walk. Gets that extra insurance. Didn't need to use the Ghost Walk.
That was amazing. That was really good living armor there from Come With Me. And if you actually check it out, he's leveling up living armor. Do trees usually level up lead seed or living armor, right? I'm not sure.
I was under the impression it was living armor, but I do not know for sure.
And mid, Hani's gonna...
Oh, they've got the disruption. Arrow gonna follow. Hani gonna... Oh, it doesn't hit! Oh, Havost. Unfortunate plays all day long, and Hani's still on the run. Cops the Sunstrike. There's a Grave nearby if he needs it, but instead it's going to be the, possibly the Dazzle going down. He Graved himself. Havost still went for. He may get Hani as well. One more right click, not enough. These heroes also low. Poison damage.
Should use it.
There we go. Gets the double kill with the poison. Oh, Zizu comes up big, makes up for the foreplay from Havost.
Havost just doesn't give a shit. He just leaped into like 3 heroes.
Dude, that's Havost for you. I love watching this guy play.
Yeah.
Oh, top lane. They're pinging this. I think they saw him go invis. Come with me. Nope. Trixie's running forward. Okay. It's gonna be... Yeah, this is dicey for Trixie.
It was Trixie. That kill they got on that missed on Dendy was pretty big. I think if they got that kill, he would have been a lot closer to Blink Dagger. But he's still really... I guess he's like 800. He can actually just farm it in the jungle. I don't know if he's going to be able to really lane top versus this.
And Tree was waiting for him now, but the Observer was scouting out his movement, scouting him out using that invis earlier, so seems he'll be okay for the time being. Well, and the Bear's going to rotate. Looks like Havost back towards the mid lane with the Shadow Demon and hoping for a 10-minute rune. Not going to spawn top though. Going to be a regen rune at bottom.
And looking at the Darkseer, he's actually farming very well. He's going to have... He actually went mana boots. I don't know about this. over just getting the mech. Could have had it been very close to the mech.
Oh, went for the disruption, didn't get it. There's a weave coming out from Fnatic though, and as soon as they see that dazzle, that's Na'Vi backing off.
Yeah. They can possibly get this tower. I don't know if they have glyph yet.
Yeah,
I think that they still
Na'Vi would have to bring in more heroes to defend this one, and they haven't got the best lineup for defending this. Invoker's not the best hero to rotate around, and even Treant, it's hard to just walk in and get a good overgrowth, so...
If they glyph and use the tree armor on it, it'll be... Maybe they can save it.
They've got the tree armor going now, so... Let's look back up, and the problem is there's a... Gotta wait for this next creep wave to come, and this dragon form, it doesn't have that much longer left on it, so... If they want to get this T1 tower, they need to do so soon.
Just wait for next patch when you have a tree armor on a tower and you have +9 armor.
Yeah. Shadow Demon's actually leveled up the Shadow Poison. Normally, I'm not a big fan of this build, but I feel like this game it's actually done some good work.
I think if you can get the 5 stacks off, it's actually really strong. If you remember the Empire game versus EG at Star Ladder, I remember like Zai got like 6 stacks off on the...
No, that was EG versus Alliance, you mean?
I don't know. There was a game where I remember the Shadow Demon got like 5 stacks off on the enemy Gyro.
Okay.
And he solo killed him. I think, yeah, it was EG versus Empire. It was Silent was playing Gyro. And then Zai got like 6 stacks.
The game I'm thinking is the later game where EG got knocked out. No, where Alliance got knocked out by EG.
Oh.
From the winner bracket.
Oh, PPD was playing Shadow Demon.
Yeah, PPD was on the Shadow Demon that game.
Yeah. But if you get those 5 stacks, it's actually insane damage. And they're actually going to run into each other. The Trees team wins out on this.
Yeah, you do not want to fight Treant Protector. He's got the overgrowth there. Preemptive Grave being used. There's your overgrowth. 2 heroes there. The Stampede not going to help him out. They're stuck in place. Deafening Blast to follow. Easy pickings for Na'Vi. They bring down both supports there. Looks like Centaur may escape a Voss. Gonna cop a Hoof Stomp. Is there an arrow? Nope. There's not an arrow. A Voss. We'll pretend we didn't see that one.
That was like running into the trees like that when you're smoked. The tree team with the overgrowth will always win that. Like you can't. That was such a big death. Trixie, if Trixie dies here as well.
It's being coached up. Coach goes off. A Voss is getting destroyed. He gets a double start to kill on the Centaur. The chase is on, but they're not going to catch a Voss. Zizu will be brought down by the Dragon Knight. So Fnatic bring in the Slack to make sure they get the kill. And now this tier 1 tower looks like it will be brought down. You mentioned the Glyph, Living Armor could come out. There we go. Going to heal up this tower just a little bit, but the Dragon form with a double damage rune should be enough to bring down the tier 1, and yes, it will. Dazzle getting the last hit, so No Tail gets himself a good chunk of gold there.
Holy shit, look at Dendi, he's level 11. That's insane. At 13 minutes, level 11. He's actually going to hit level 12 and 1000 experience. That's so much experience.
He's so massive here. Trixie shows up top lane, but still no Blink Dagger, and Dendi's going to get this tier 1 tower. This is even more gold going his way. He doesn't care about this TP in. Gets the last hit. Centaur can't even out-deny against the Forward Spirit.
And Dendi usually, he goes the Blink Dagger and Force Staff build on the...
Yeah. He went Arcane Boots as well, which is always interesting. So
yeah. Usually when I see him, sometimes he goes Book, sometimes he goes this Blink Force Staff build, which he likes. He uses the Tornado and then he uses the Meteor and Blast combo very, very early. Yeah. It plays differently than other Invokers. It's more action oriented, I think.
Yeah, he's very unique with the Invoker playstyle, and he's got 5 points in the Exalt now, so he's going to go Necrobook actually. Yeah. It's a very Dendi-like item, but well, it is, fine. But we've seen, like you say, he often goes for that Blink Dagger.
I think this game, since he's so farmed, you can just get the Blink and they can just push with it. And I don't think the other team can do anything. I think one person that's playing really well though for the Bears is the Tree. Come with me. He's been in all the lanes. He's helping them out.
Come with me. He's always been a really talented player, so no surprise there.
Yeah.
His skill has never been a problem for
him. Oh, and then a pretty big item pickup. Arrow just picked up the Shadow Blade from the Slark.
At the same time as Centaur got his Blink, so it looks like Fnatic maybe want to fight and defend, because with the Blink and the Shadow Blade, doesn't look like the Bears are ready with detection. I don't see any sentries or dust.
Look at Come With Me, he's coming from behind.
Oh, they've gone in on Dendi and start things off here. Dendi gets mech'd up, kept alive a little longer. The wall goes down as well. The Darkseer mech keeping alive. There's just defensive disrupt on Dendi. Is there another stun? Dendi, nice Deafening Blast. He's still alive. The Moonlight Shadow as well. They're still all alive. The Darkseer, the Shadow Demon, they keep everyone alive and kicking. That was such great defensive play from the Bears. They got caught by surprise there. They were so unaware of the Centaur Blink as well as the Slack Shadow Blade, but they still didn't lose anyone.
That was the chance there, I think, for Fnatic to really come back in this game. But
I thought they were going to
Trixie
get 2 or
Giant,
3 kills off of that.
yeah,
It just didn't happen.
the mech just kind of won them that fight.
Yeah,
The-
it saved Dendi 100%, and then he was going to die anyways until the disruption came in. So
And then he hit a really good blast right after the
Yeah.
the disrupt. So Handi couldn't get his another stun off.
if not for that blast, Dendi dies and possibly one more from the Na'Vi side. So good play and good stuff from Na'Vi.
I'm just gonna 5-man all the towers. I feel like.
Yeah,
And I don't think Fnatic can do anything. I think Fnatic has to trade. I don't know if Fnatic can fight into these heroes.
well, now they have Sentry Wards as well. They saw the Shadow Blade. They're not going to get full bite again. They're also using Treant to
Radiant's
scout
bottom
ahead.
tower has fallen.
So Slack knows when Treant's nearby because he does lose that ulti passives, but it's still you can't just be planting sentries everywhere if you're Fnatic.
Yeah, it's Fnatic. Like, the Rubik and Dazzle supports together haven't been they haven't been able to do that much. And look at Come With Me. He's actually gonna go mid.
Yeah, with the help of Arise here, they get the
Great
kill.
sunstroke.
Dendi gets the last hit even. He gets experience and gold. That's his level 12 practically.
For all the good you're scratched.
Yeah, that's a pretty big level for the thing, I guess. And then they're gonna go
He'll
on.
stop their defensive disruption and forces out the Stampede, so a small victory for Na'Vi end of the day. Forcing out Stampede just allows them to just push that much easier.
The level 12 on Invoker is very big because right after you get to level 12, your levels are a lot easier to get, and then you can get your exort points up a lot faster. And Zizu might be in trouble.
Zizu, no disruption, but he's still getting kills against living armor and mech of the Darkseer and Surge is just so bloody frustrating. Na'Vi just walk into the Roshan pit in plain sight here. They don't care. They say, come at us. I dare you guys to. They'll deward the Sentry. Careful, Shadow Demon. Both teams will lose against Blink Stunt here. They want to burst down Zizu before it can disrupt. It looks like they're going to be able to just do it. The Overgrowth is there as well. Sunstrike. Oh, Vacuum Wombo combo. They bring down only the Sentinel so far. Leap forward from a boss. The arrow hits No-Tail. No-Tail should go down. Does go down. They can chase down the Rubik now as well. I don't think Fly's got a way out of this one. He's going to fly his way out of here, but that's not going to happen. And looks like Come With Me and Havos will finish him off. No, he gets the Invis. He steals the Nature's Guys. The Iron Shell damage. No! He jukes him. 50 HP. Arrow going to be off the mark, and Na'Vi just go back for Roshan. Or do they? Arrow's nearby. He's got a Shadow Blade up again. Hani. Double Shadow Blades. DK picks one up himself, so some nice item pickups coming their way, but they still can't get into Roshan in time.
Dendi's gonna have his book 3
fallen to the
and
battlefield.
another 100 gold.
That's just like, how do you fight this? That counters these Shadow Blades so hardcore as well.
Not just that, Come With Me. Come With Me is like this positioning in every fight has been amazing. Like that Overgrowth he just used there. That was on. He got 4 heroes, and then it was a great vacuum, and then a Deathling Blast from Dendi. He's just been on the mark every time. Havos might be in trouble.
Yeah. Can't leap out of this one now. Not with the pounce there, and it's a pick off, a nice little pick off, but they need so much more at this stage of the game. I feel for Fnatic. They are really struggling to stay in this one, and now with Dendi having the Necro 3, towers are just going to fall one by one. The Shadow Blades can't be used to initiate, and all these heroes have a really small mana pool, like Slark, Centaur, DK. If you get Necrobooks on them with a mana burn and some mana break hits, that's just going to melt their mana pool, and then they're screwed.
Yep. It was a good smoke as well coming from Fnatic. Wonder how they're going to initiate into it.
Shadow Demon's managed to get away. Shadow Demon's on the background. Now it's going to be the Treant going in first. Hits 2 in the Overgrowth. Necrobooks go forward as well. Now there's a vacuum. Wall catching out 2. Rubik getting low. Will be brought down to start the fight. Era's now chasing. Wants a Shadow Demon. Nice disruption will slow him down. I think he's got the ultimate and will be forced to use it just to try and escape, but danger not averted. He's got no mana for a pounce. Magic stick in a couple of seconds here. Does get healed up. Pounces away over the trees. Chase still on from Arise. He may just be able to bring down No-Tail. There's a blink forward. Come with me. It's just so ridiculously farmed. No-Tail's got no way out. Doesn't even get the grave off. Oh boy.
All these summons in the fights are actually so obnoxious. There's the 2 Forge Spears and book 3, and then when the Darkseer uses the wall, there's just so many like things in the fight that are just doing so much damage. It's like impossible to teamfight Navi's lineup, I think, for
Radiant's
Fnatic.
bottom tower has fallen.
Like I feel Fnatic has to rat this game to win, or else they're just gonna lose to the 5.
And they just don't have actual true rat heroes. Like Slark can kind of split push lanes, but nowhere near as effectively as heroes like Invoker can. Even Mirana much better like split pusher than any of these Fnatic heroes.
I think the only hero that can push fast is the Dragon Knight with the ult.
Yeah.
He has to push the other lanes out. Like I think Hani should try and focus on pushing out top. He's gonna get this ancient stack, which is a lot of gold for him, but
It's nice, but it still feels like how much is this going to actually help him in this next
Yeah,
few
Dragon
fights?
Knight isn't a hero that can like. It's hard. He can solo carry very late, but for him to get up those items and where he can actually solo carry versus what
Yeah.
Navi has, it's very hard. I think.
And you imagine he's probably got to go for a BKB. Just with BKB, he's going to become a lot tankier in these fights, but it's not going to just suddenly, like you say, he's not going to be solo carrying. He's just going to be staying alive a bit longer, doing a bit more damage, but nothing game-changing.
Yeah. And without the BKB, I mean, he can still get rooted as well with the tree ulti.
Yeah.
Come with me wants to save it for the actual BKB. They can kite the
And
dragon.
just
in.
the right-click damage from Forward Spirits, from Necrobook, still will cause him some problem. So I
So
imagine Na'Vi just want to keep taking fights. It's still got Aegis for 3 minutes, which to me is probably going to be the tier 2 mid as well as the tier 2 top tower, both going down in this 3-minute time span.
Yeah, another thing to note is that both the Darkster and the tree have the ultis up, so they can sync up some
Yep.
Romanian vacuum into tree overgrowth.
Well, they are playing in front of the Romanian home crowd, so
Yeah.
give them something to cheer for if they can take out Fnatic here. It is the best of 3 and we're just in game 1, but things starting off well, that's for sure. Rise has snuck himself
Radiant
around.
structures
We'll
are
get scattered up by the
fortified.
sentry ward, although I don't know if they've seen him
Radiant's
just yet.
middle tower is under attack.
The night vision just not being able to spot him out. Now he sees him vacuum. Whoa, catches up full with the overgrowth. What a combo. There comes Dendi with the tornado. Chaos meter follow. The Dazzle getting low. He'll be kept alive. It's the Centaur goes down instead. Triple kill. Oh, sorry, double kill for Dendi.
Radiant's middle
What a
tower is
wombo
under
combo
attack.
from Na'Vi.
That was amazing play from the Darkseer and the tree. There.
He saw the
Radiant's
opening.
middle tower has
Yeah.
fallen.
The Romanian combo you were talking about, man. Too strong.
It's just like this combo. The tree is just so strong. The tree and Darkseer together are actually so strong. I think people really undervalue this tree here, like how to use it. I think PPD kind of opened the
Radiant's
world,
middle tower is under attack.
opened everyone's eyes to see how he plays. I think he actually plays it more efficiently than Godblack. I think
Yeah.
the way he roams around, and people are just learning to see because AUI kind of plays it the same way.
Well, DK's coming from the side with a Shadow Blade, but not enough to go and kill Zizu just yet. Defensive disruption now being used. Era taking heavy damage. Braved up has the Shadow damage as well. Dendi going to feed his way himself away because he's got the Aegis. Zizu now on the backboard here, but Dendi respawning. Has he got an escape? It looks like he does. The Forward Spirit's still up as well to protect himself. They've been stolen by the Rubik, so being turned around on the Bears as looks like they will just retreat for
Dire's
now. No
bottom
ultis
tower
is the
is
big
under
thing here.
attack.
Train ultis back up, but the Darkseer is still 25 seconds away, so no reason to put yourself in too much harm's way.
Yeah.
So it looks like all the Necro 3, that's going to scatter up these Shadow Blade. So,
Dendi is actually so farm. Holy shit, it's insane.
Jeez, this is going to be... I wonder if he even goes Hex here, or does he just go Lincolns for the survivability even?
He can honestly go anything. It feels like in these fights he's never gonna die with the
Radiant's
Dazzle
middle
and then,
tower
I mean
is
the
under attack.
SD.
Stampede forward, they want Havos. Dendi's here as well. Dendi, Forward Spirits, has he got an escape? Goes in, but Arrow going to come flying in, catches out Arrow, the Sunstrike. Dendi's going to turn and fight. The Sunstrike gets shared between 3 heroes, unfortunately. Manly plays from Dendi. Now there's a blink in from Come With Me. That's going to catch out 2 in the Overgrowth. No Tails low. Graves himself. Arrow now chasing. Use the Shadow Dance, but I don't think Dendi's going to go down. Blink, Hoofstop, that'll be the death of Dendi. Nicely played from Trixie. They lose the Slark in the process, and it looks like they're going to lose Trixie as well. They may kill Dendi, but it does not feel like that was really all that worth it.
It took them so long to kill him as well. Like holy shit! Imagine if there was a Shadow Demon there to disrupt him. He would have definitely lived. Just it's the heroes now on the Bears team is the Darkseer's gonna have Shivas not soon, but once he gets the Shivas as well, he's gonna have the aura, and then the synergize with the vacuum and the Shivas. It's gonna be insane. The team fighting on Fnatic is just not close at all to them.
This is where, like, your Centaur's, like, nice. He's a hero who doesn't need too much farm, but when you're this out-farmed, it's just going to be a complete mismatch. Slark desperately needs BKB. Same for the Dragonite. If they can get their
Dire's
double
top tower is
BKBs,
under attack.
you maybe give them some small sign of hope in the next team fight, but just getting this double BKBs is going to be really tricky.
Yep. Slark. I don't know. Slark just it's hard for the Slark to do anything in these fights. There's so many heals and he's not able to burst anyone in his ulti. Like when you want to play Slark, I think you want to at least burst one person when you use Shadow Dance and get him out of the fight. But every fight he's like going on someone and they're getting massively healed and disrupted, and he's not getting any pickoffs as well. So
On that note, it's like that's where even when they get the BKBs, how much are they going to change a team fight? Because the Bears can just kind of kite them around. back off, keep people alive using living armor, using the overgrowth, using the Shadow Demon disruptions, and once those BKBs wear off, that's when you start melting to the nukes and the lockdown that the Bears side have.
Yep. And no tail. Looking at the supports on Fnatic, they're actually so gimped right now. They have no farm and no levels. They're both 0 and 5.
Just food. We'll see. Waiting for Roshan, it seems, as well. Not going to be respawning anytime until at least about 10 seconds from now, but anywhere in the next 3 minutes of play, and we'll see another Roshan. Probably being picked up uncontested by Na'Vi.
DD on Havost. He is going to have Mjolnir sometime soon.
He has used the DD already, so I don't think we're going to see any actual action out of this. As for now, like you say, Fnatic just want to split push. They want to avoid fights at all costs, and they are going to have the double BKBs up soon. Like, it's not going to be the solution, but it's going to be a small step in the right direction.
I think once they get the Mjolnir on, if they put the Mjolnir on the tree and he just runs in, it's going to be insane.
He's not that tanky though, Treant. Like, you think of him as being a tanky string thrower, but he's still only got 1200 HP.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, like...
Dendy's got 1600. He's,
Yeah.
he's the tanky one.
And they actually picked up Mjolnir right now, so...
Yeah, no point saving.
Come with me, doing a really good TP here. He's gonna invis in, and then he's gonna blink in and get a really good overgrowth off.
There are sentries on the
Dire's
Rubik,
top
and one's already
tower is
been
under
planted, but like
attack.
you say, the blink in could completely catch this by surprise. Air's not the one you want to go on, though.
No. The Fnatic's on their back. They know they can't really fight a straight up fight. Hani's still playing really well though this he did well in the laning phase, and he's actually still farming quite well also. So it's really up to him, right, Hani right now, I think, to carry this game.
Yeah, he's got the BKB Shadowblade 27 minutes in, which is pretty decent for a Dragon Knight. Na'Vi still looking to scout out Roshan, not respawning just yet, unfortunately, for Dendy.
The problem is he's going to need another item, I think another 1 or 2 items to really be able to out DPS the team that the heals that Bears have in the fights. Like
On the
he's
Dragon
gonna-
Knight, that is?
Yeah, the Dragon Knight. Another problem is that Darkseer is actually a very good hero late game versus Dragon Knight, because if you get the Darkseer wall and you get the DK illusion when he's using ulti, you get the AC aura, you get whatever auras you have, and you get the slow.
I mean, DK may just not go Assault Crest for that very reason. He may just be like, okay, I gotta go Daedalus or... Mjolnir DK is not too bad either, I feel.
Yeah. And they have the Shadow Demon for the disrupt on the DK's
Yeah.
illusions. So.
And the thing is, like, even these BKBs, like, Shadow Demon's great against BKB heroes because you can still kite them around with the Demonic Herd. Especially the Dragon Knight, so... This is going to be really tough for Fnatic to win these late game team fights, even when they start picking up items. And there's Roshan respawning now. Na'Vi just left the pit though. They're actually not going to scout this one out immediately, it looks like.
Dire's top
I wonder if they're
tower
gonna
is under
TP top
attack.
and defend this.
I feel like they definitely can take the fight if they want to, but if they want to, they have to commit properly to it. They can't just like casually try and defend it with 1 or 2 heroes and get picked off.
Yeah. They're gonna... You can't come with me.
Dire's
He is
top
getting in
tower is
position.
under attack.
Do they have lift up? Yeah, they do.
Dire's structures are
Oh, again,
fortified.
they see this coming and they know it's just not safe. Rotation from behind there. This is the Shadow Demon. He's going to start with Demonic Perch onto Era. Era going to get stampeded out, leaps to the low
Dire's
ground. There's
top
a
tower
disruption
has
waiting
been
for him.
denied.
Havost misses the arrow. Havost, please. What is up with that man?
He did use Dark Shadow Dance though, so...
Yeah. Well, no, it was a disruption into arrow. He missed the arrow after the disruption.
Yeah, but if Arrow just spammed the Shadow Dance right after, even if he gets the arrow, I don't know if they can really kill him.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah,
it's Sunstrike up.
I don't think he was going to die, but it was more like
Oh, Havost is gonna die here.
you guys in chat, you know what to say.
Each death, a masterwork.
One digit. let it go, guys. Let it go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No. We've got
Radiant
literally Dendy
structures
+4
are
on
fortified.
Team Na'Vi/Bears.
Yeah. Dendi has a sheep up. The Darkseer player is actually playing incredibly well, I think, this game. He's getting really good initiates off.
Well, that's the thing,
Rise.
like that mid-fight where they completely destroyed Fnatic, that was his initial initiation, where he goes in with the vacuum wall, and the Treant has it easier in that fight. Like, Come With Me's also played amazing, but the Darkseers had the kind of trickier initiation.
Yeah. And he's gonna have Shivas very soon, and once he gets his few more neutral camps, and they're gonna take Roshan as well during this.
Well, there's a Shadow Blade in hand. He's very low on mana though. Doesn't even have it stun. I think he was hoping to get that rune and then just back off. But well, Navi should be able to take this Roshan. Fnatic did Arcanes up Hani, but Hani's still just 200 mana. Only has enough for like 1 stun in the Flame Breath, or not too much in a fight. It looks like they're not going to contest Roshan, at least not yet. They can posturing themselves. They're nearby. Weaver's going to scout them out, so they see what's going on, but it's too late.
Roshan has fallen
Then
to
he
the
gets the
ground.
Aegis, and Fnatic actually stampede away. They did not want anything to do with that fight. They stampeded the hell out of there.
That's when you know you're in trouble. You're using Stampede to run away from a team fight.
And it's like before the team fight even begins. It's like
Yeah.
you're running away from the thought of a team fight.
Again, they're just not able to do anything right now. Fnatic is... I honestly don't know what they can do to win this game. It's incredibly hard. Navi have to throw themselves like into the base and die like twice, really.
Fnatic just don't scale well to the late game. Like Dragonite, the only hero who slightly scales, but he doesn't scale anywhere near as well as an Invoker, Mirana, and like you said earlier, Darkseer, just such a good hero to have
Slark
against him.
can scale, but he's gonna need like 2 or 3 more items like to do any damage in these fights. And even then, the Mirana can out carry the Slark if he gets enough disables, as well as the Invoker.
Slark was trying to go for a flank, but he got spotted by an Observer Ward. I think he realizes there was an Observer Ward there because he lost his passive, so he knows, but now he's just invised up on the front line. Blink full stop on a
Radiant's
Dendi.
middle tower has fallen.
He's trying to bait out the Bears to overreact because they were not following that one up. They just hope that maybe they blink in, use a preemptive vacuum, preemptive overgrowth. Not going to happen now. Then you can just force the racks here. He's got all the backup in the world. He can just sit on the high ground using the Aegis as a safety net for himself. If they go on him, they're just walking into a big vacuum wall if they're not careful.
I don't know how Fnatic's gonna initiate onto this fight. If Trixie goes in, which is the only way, who do they really burst? They have to burst the
Dire's bottom
Mirana, I feel
tower
like.
is under
I
attack.
mean, they go in Dendi, like, hook stomp, double edge. Now Hani does go in with the Dragon Tail to follow. Defensive Disruption coming in, vacuum, wall, overgrowth as well. Catches out 3, Hani included after the BKB. Got caught by a tornado. Meteor only going to bring down 1 for now. The Rubik, the first take a fall. Era's BKB. He's on the run, and this entire Navi side, everyone's still practically full HP. No one's going down. They've only got 1 kill though, but they will get the oh so important racks. Waller Replica being stolen, making the X marks the spot. But hey, end of the day, Rax is down. Arrow going to be off the mark. No tail. Hex and still alive. Nice AoE stun coming out. I think it was a hook stomp catching up multiple heroes. Come with me now, going down another vacuum from the Darkseer. Great plays from Arise. The Grave going to keep alive 1 as well. It's, everyone on the Fnatic side so ridiculously low. They lose the Centaur now as well. Slark on the run into the jungle here. Darkseer going to catch up to him, and unfortunately, okay, he gets to leap out. Pounces into an Observer though, so still no regen for him, but Navi just don't care. They're going for the T3 tower bottom. They're going for this next set of Raxes. They say, Slark, man, you do whatever you want, but we're pushing.
Amazing. Yeah, it's just impossible for Fnatic.
Radiant's bottom tower
He's gonna go
has
and
fallen.
Li's gonna die as well.
Seed, dead Rubik.
I feel this game was a really big outpick. Fnatic is a good team. I honestly thought they couldn't do anything with the picks they had. This is such a big outpick.
It was that second ban stage where they didn't ban the Shadow Demon, didn't ban the Invoker, and Navi pick up Shadow Demon Invoker as their 3rd and 4th picks. Like the Shadow Demon Mirana combo and the Invoker as well combined with that just seemed like a complete snap.
This is like literally like their laning phase. They can't do anything with their heroes, especially the Rubik and Dazzle supports. They felt just so weak right now. They felt so weak in this game. Like, I think Fnatic, the next game, they should pick more to their strengths. I don't know if this is like... I think they're just confused about the strat they played versus something, but this is a huge outpick.
Fnatic's one of those teams, like, when they draft well and play well, they are up there with the best teams in the world, but so often their drafts let them down. Like, I've seen them lose so many games just straight up because of their draft. And I feel their drafting is probably their most inconsistent element of their play.
I think this was definitely the draft here. I'm pretty sure they know about it. They know it too. Like, their heroes can't do anything versus what Navi has. This Invoker's gonna free farm while their Slark can't get any farm versus the Darkseer. It was just... Game went horrible.
Ooh, BKB from Havos to top lane. Hani, BKB TP. Oh, there's an overgrowth.
Come with me.
Blink, you had a blink, man. Get closer. Mirana gonna get 1 kill on the Dazzle. They want the center as well. Not gonna happen, but Come with me, please.
My pet.
That was
Remember,
a
come with me.
TI1 flashback right there.
Come with me tends to use ultis before using Blink. Come on now,
Yeah.
gods. Remember the Earthshaker?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I'm gonna. That's pretty funny, honestly.
He will never forget that one.
Yeah.
Every time I bring it up in a cast, he's always, if he's
Radiant's
watching,
top
he'll
tower is under
always
attack.
play me and be like, dude, let it go. I'm like, no, you're not gonna live
Radiant's
this
top
one
tower
down.
has fallen.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2010 and people will still be referring back to the Come With Me Echo Slam that happened
I have one of
at TI1.
those too, dude. I have the Invoker vs TA thing.
Yeah.
We'll still don't let me down about that. Oh well. Shit happens, guys.
Exactly. It happened.
Jendy is actually has his Ags. Oh,
Dandy's just ridiculously farm right now. He's well top of the net worth. 20k. Next highest is 14.6, and that's his teammate. The highest on the Radiant side is 12k. Dandy almost doubling them up.
Fnatic. I wonder if they Fnatic is a team. I think they value Dire more lately. I'm not sure. So I think they got first. pick
Yes.
this, right? And
Yeah,
first pick
against
the Centaur.
Alliance, Alliance against Game 3, they asked for Dire. They wanted to be on the Dire side. That is against Alliance. Like, you often do want to get Dire
Radiant's
against
top
Alliance
tower
to
is
prevent
under
the
attack.
Roshan, but...
Radiant
Yeah,
structures.
so I
I
think-
thought Navi
fortified.
normally prefer Radiant, though, at least generally speaking.
I'm not sure. Some at TI3 they preferred Radiant every game.
Yeah.
And then lately I haven't seen. I don't know honestly. No.
Then he gets destroyed there.
God.
The Aegis is there for your vacuum. Whoa! Tornado to follow. No media to follow this one. Then he actually having to respawn. He buys back as well. The defensive disruption, not quite enough. They lose the Centaur. Centaur going to buy back as well. The Frost Dragon Illusion getting destroyed. Now Trixie gets some nice blink stun. Come with me. Getting low. Trying to hide in the trees now. Will do so. No-Tail needs to grave himself. Does get it off just in time. Blink away from the tree and protector. I think No-Tail going to go down regardless. Avos in the BKB. Mjolnir there as well. He's doing so much damage. Leaps forward. Brings down the Rubik. There's your max vacuum here. And with that, Havos is going to look to clean up here. Triple kill. Ultra kill for Havos. GG is called. Na'Vi take game 1 against Fnatic in this best of 3.
Yeah,
Radiant's
really
middle
sick
tower
draft by
is under
Navi.
attack.
This is-
Dire
I think this is the biggest outpick we've seen today.
Well, Havos, the new drafter for Na'Vi in the future, maybe? Is that what we need?
I don't know about that, but
You
I mean,
don't?
Fnatic gave them the best heroes they could. Like, they took the
Man.
bottom tree first two, and then they still like didn't ban SD, which I don't understand.
You say Fnatic gave them, I say Havos took them. So,
True.
I don't know. Well, that's game 1. A pretty impressive performance from this ragtag mix of players. You've got the Na'Vi duo in Havost and Dendi, and then the 3 Romanian players, and
To be honest, they have no pressure. It's a lot easier to play. Like,
they can get stomped every game they play, and it's like no big deal. Like someone like Dendi obviously takes pride. I mean, all these players take pride in their individual performances, but even if they lose and bomb out of this tournament, no one's gonna blink an eyelash. Like that's not really the big story here. But if they do somehow do well and end up in the grand finals,